Hello, welcome back. In previous lesson, we learned what data is and what data analysis means. In this lesson, we will learn about data sets and understand how data is organized into rows and columns. A data set is a collection of related data that is organized in rows and columns. For example, a school may keep records of students' score in different subjects. So when these records are organized in a table, we call it a data set. Rows and columns. Rows represent records. Normally in a database, rows represent records. And as for columns, columns represent variables or categories. In a data set, each row represents a record. For example, one row may represent one student. As for column, represents variable or categories such as math score, English score, or biology score, and so on. So as you can see, this is just an image of what rows and columns looks like. So these are rows and columns. The horizontal grid lines are what we call rows. As for the vertical grid lines, these grid lines are what we call, the vertical grid lines are what we call columns. So normally we have rows and columns when we are dealing with separate sheets. So now as it is, and the intersection between rows and columns, that forms the intersection between rows and columns forms a cell. So we can see this as where I'm hovering this cursor. We can call that as a cell because it's the intersection between this column and this rows. So it's this column and this row that forms this cell. So be it if to say it's on Excel screen, so we can see this as maybe it could be this could be column A, and this could be column B, C continuously. And this, as for rows, they are represented in numbers, so it will start from 1, 2, 3, 4 continuously. Example of data set. So as you can see, this is a given example of data set. We have a data set named student records. As you can see, the first column is named, the first cell is named as student, and then the second column is the subject, the first subject which is mathematics, and then the second subject which is English, biology, and physics. These are the subjects in which each student is taking. So as you can see, for this row we have a student called Aisha, and this is her score, her mathematics score. So also this is her English score, and then biology and physics. And the third row we have another student which is John, and this is all his scores in all the subjects. So this is a data set containing student scores. Each row represents a student and each column represents a subject. So that's how this database is. Database helps analysts organize information so that it can be analyzed easily. Once data is organized in a data set, we can calculate averages, identify patterns, and create charts as well. So this is why data set matters. In this lesson, we learned what a data set is and how data is organized into rows and columns. In the next lesson, we will begin working with Excel and learn how to perform calculations using formulas. Thank you. See you in the next lesson.